Genymotion edition, we can start. Genymotion.
Sure, sir. Yeah, sir.
Go ahead.
Just 1 minute, sir. So is my voice audible?
Yes, Shaman, it's audible.
Oh, cool. So a very warm and pleasant good morning to everyone who has turned up today for the really exciting OWASP SRM's January meetup on Android penetration testing and lab setup for this morning. So myself, Shamnesh from CSC Cybersecurity, one of the student lead. And so with that, I would like to welcome Dr. Annapurni ma'am, Head of Department of Networking and Communications, and Dr. CNS Vinod Kumar sir, Associate Professor, Department of Networking and Communications, and all the faculty advisors and professors who have joined for the support, and all the students of SRM IST who all be benefited after this session. I can see a huge enthusiasm from everyone for the first practical hack session. So with that, taking initiative is a form of self-empowerment. So now I would like to welcome Dr. Annapurni ma'am to share us a few words about OWASP for the meetup today.
Thank you, Somnesh. Good morning. Good morning to one and all present here. Really, it's very good to know that students are doing a very good job. And I welcome speaker. I heard it is also our student, Mr. Hemant Patidar. Welcome you. And I welcome all the students on Saturday morning. The 265 participants are here now to see. It's very good. All the faculties and students joining the session, and it's a practical session, I think. So for your pen test, I think he's taking it as a hands-on session. It's very good, and you have a course also in that. So it will be really relevant to your subject, and it will develop your career also in this one, because it's a, I think this is a non-profit foundation for your open web application security project that leads for you to know many things about what could be the thing, how you could do well in your cybersecurity forum, that too, to improve the knowledge of your being an ethical hacker, what how well you can go out with your career. So it's really good. And since instead of having continuous theoretical session, when it's a practical session, clearly it will be very useful for you to go in this competitive world, to develop your career, to stand out as a highly knowledgeable person that will help you out. So really, this is good to know. And really, this is a student foundation where it's been organized by the students, for the students, and of the students. Really very good. So I love to see the students doing good and regular. Only thing from my side is you are doing a good job, but plan continuously thing under your chapter. Plan regularly. Every week you can plan. So in monthly you can organize for you. Whoever is interested, let them join. So that's the way you can catch up and you can develop, because lots and lots things have come up, and technology daily there is a version, there is a change, and it's all an open forum. So only thing you have to see how you stand out from others to top. Okay. So with this, good luck. Wish you all good luck, and do a good work. Okay. All the best, students. And once again, thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words and sharing the insights about the OWASP and the meetup today. So now I would like to request Ishan Bhardwaj to take over the session for speaker introduction.
Thank you, Shamini. Hello, everyone. I'm Ishan, a third-year BTech CSC cybersecurity student, and I'm very glad to be addressing everyone here as one of these chapter leads. Joining us as our keynote speaker for our first meetup of 2022 is Mr. Hemant Patidar. He's a cybersecurity engineer at Technoxy and a network, infrastructure, mobile, web, and API penetration tester. Having strong knowledge of ethical hacking and a well-rounded knowledge of cybersecurity, he's EGPT certified and an author to more than 10 CVEs. In addition to this, he has also received Hall of Fame from Apple 3 times and Hall of Fame from Google 6 times, along with 200 plus more significant contributions in the field of bug bounty. Also, he's currently pursuing his BTech in civil engineering from our very own college, SRMIST, and is in his 4th year of study. And some of you might know him as the person who found a parameter tampering bug on SRM fee card and was able to bring down his fees to 1 rupee. He was duly appreciated by the Director of Engineering for finding this flaw. Mr. Hemant, you've been an inspiration to many students, and we are delighted to have you with us. You can take over the session from here.
Thank you, Ishan, and thank you everyone for inviting me to this session.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, so good morning everyone and the respected faculties and all the students. So as Ishan already told about me, so today we are going to learn about Android application security. So that will help you. So who am I? I'm already Vishan told I'm Hemant Patidar, cyber security researcher, penetration tester, bug bounty hunter and trainer with strong knowledge of ethical hacking networks and penetration testing, secure programming principles and practices. I am also EJPT certified and currently doing CEH. Also, I am a founder and author of 10 plus CVs along with 500 plus valid bugs I have reported in different organizations and received various Hall of Fames from different organizations. So what will you learn in this session? So the basics of Android operating system, Android application vulnerabilities. So I will, as this is 1 hour session, I will be taking some few basics vulnerabilities of Android application, which you can secure and you can report to different organizations, bypassing multiple security controls in the Android, static and dynamic analysis. So first I will tell you all about static analysis. Then I will give you some hint and tips for the dynamic analysis. I will cover very few part in dynamic analysis. So, and then I will tell you some base tools and techniques for the Android pen testing, tricks to find better vulnerabilities and better reporting skills. So who should learn this? So a penetration tester, security researcher, bug bounty hunters, Android developers, and the information security enthusiasts. So let's start with our session. So first I will be teaching you the basics of Android. So what is Android? So basically Android is an operating system which will come up with an Linux kernel. It's an open source OS. Anyone can download and can modify it. It is freely available. It introduced in 23rd of September 2008. The as you might know that every like there are many different versions of Android operating system with some names. So the current version of Android OS is 12, released in October 2021. So let's talk about some basic things before moving into the practical part. So there are 4 components of Android. So they are like activities, services, broadcast receivers, and content providers. As you can see, like activities, what are the activities? So basically they are the screens to interact with the app. Example, if I take a banking website, or you can see a phone pay or any other bank website, when you go, you will see some home page, right? Profile page, then like maybe a wallet page where you can see your wallet information. So those all are the activities, which will be like each activity will represent a different screens. Then we'll move to what is the services. So they runs in the backgrounds. Example like audio play, like you you keep your phone like away, and automatically the audio will change and the audio will play. So those are due to the services, the things which runs in the background. Then the broadcast receivers, like it will show a notification when a specific event occurs. Example, battery low, like an event will be registered that whenever a battery will go below 20%, it will send you a notification that your battery is low. In the same way, some other, like all the many application use broadcast receivers. Like consider you receive one message in your Instagram and you will see a notification in your phone that you have received a message. So basically that whenever a specific event occurs, it will send you a notification. So that task is performed by the broadcast receivers. The next is content providers. So whenever to interact to interchange the data between different Android applications, the content provider will be comes into play. Example, let's talk about the contacts. So first, let's see, like you have different Android apps. Let's talk about like WhatsApp, right? Then you have Snapchat. Then let me see, 2 3 more, like Signal app, right, which has came recently. So when you go in your contact list, if you add a one contact, same contact will reflect in all the apps, right? So that particular contact list is used by different applications. So that is done by the content providers. Now if you change the contact like contact detail in the in your contact section, same will be done in all the applications, right? You will same will reflect in all the applications. So those are done by the content providers. You can learn more about the Android app component in detail at the website like developer.android.com. Okay, so all the details will be there regarding the Android device. What are the intents? So as I told you that activities represent the screens, right? Different screens. So now if whenever you want to change the screen, the intents will come into play. Like an intent is an Android operating system, is a software mechanism that allows user to coordinate the functions of different activities to achieve a task. Example, it can be used with start activity to launch an activity. Like whenever you want to change some activity, right? So you can use intents. Same thing, we can find bugs in the activities, services, broadcast receivers, content providers, and the intents, different vulnerabilities. So let's talk about what is the manifest file. So it has the information about Android application. Like the Android manifest.xml file contain information of your package, including components of applications such as activity, services, broadcast receivers, content providers, etc. And some flags. We can say that are secure flags. It performs some other tasks also, like it is responsible to protect the application to access any protected part by providing the permissions. So you can also see the different permissions in manifest file itself. And like we should analysis the manifest file. We can find various vulnerabilities using manifest file. We can simply go and see which permissions are allowed and which permissions are denied. It also declares the Android API that the application is going to use. But whenever a developer publish that particular Android application, before that they used to remove those sensitive information from the manifest file. Sometimes whenever a developer forget to remove this sensitive API keys and the other details from the manifest file, that we can report it if we are able to find it. A simple Android manifest file looks like this. You can see it contain a package name, Android version code, Android version name. You can see like the activities, like the main activity. You can see the label, the Android name, right? You can see the intent. So this is how the basic Android manifest file looks. Let's set up the lab. I will teach you how to set up the lab. So using Android emulator Genymotion or Android physical device that should be rooted. Like if you want to perform some pen testing, the Android device should be rooted, or either you can use the Android emulator in the Genymotion. It is freely available. Then I will also guide you the MobileXer VM. The MobileXer is a customized virtual machine designed to help in penetration testing of Android and iOS applications. It contains almost all the tools which are required for Android penetration testing. And it's good, like when you set up all the tools in your Linux machine, might be some tools will give you or throw you an error. You may face issue while installing, but the MobileXer VM comes with all the tools pre-installed. So I will also teach you the Wi-Fi ADB, like how you can connect the mobile XR and the Android device using Wi-Fi ADB. Let's see. So first, I'm going to set up the whole environment for the penetration testing. So same way you can also set up. Let me first tell you. So first you need to install the Genymotion. Let's you can create a custom device. You can choose any form factor like a phone. I want to take the 7.0. So let's 1 second. You can see here I have already created, but let me create again. So 716. Okay, so let me start. So this device already comes as pre-rooted, I can say. Okay, so now one more some points I want to include here. Like you may face issue like here is no Play Store or something where you can download the applications and perform some tasks. So you can simply click on this install OpenG apps containing an application store. So you can simply click to this single button and it will do all tasks for you. So let's wait. Also, when you do your pen test, there are many applications which won't work here, like maybe they are of different ARM. So you can simply install this Genymotion ARM translation, okay, which you can download from GitHub. Let me show you. So this is the error which you will maybe you can see. So an error occurred while deploying the file. This is probably means that the app contained ARM native code. So that's why it will not work in your Genymotion. So if you want to use those applications like which might be either built with your native code into 86 or install an ARM translation tool. So you can simply download that ARM translation tool from this GitHub repository. So you can find out the ARM translation for different versions. So let me tell you, you can see here 4.3, 4.4, 5.1, 6.0, 7x. So you can download from here and you can simply drag and drop in your Android device like this. It will automatically flash the file and then your app will work. Okay. So now let me tell you how you can configure the yeah. So let me introduce you the mob lecture. This is also available on the internet. You can simply download from here. It's around 17 GB of OVA file. You can download from here and then you can run it in your virtual machine. You can also connect your physical device, and then you can verify by typing ADB devices. So it will show you all the devices which are connected to your machine. So you can see here currently the device is connected, that is this one. Okay. You may face issue with MobileXer and the Genymotion. Like, let me show you here. When we type ADB devices, you can see here currently no device is connected. So let me tell you how you can connect your MobileXer and your Genymotion. So you have to simply download the, one second. Okay, so let me use my old device. Okay. Ishan, can I stop sharing for a 20 to 30 seconds, like just for some security reasons?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. No issues. If anyone has any questions, you can put it in the chat and we'll take it up at the end of the webinar.
Okay. So you can simply go to the Play Store and you can type here Wi-Fi ADB. You can install this APK in your device and just open the device and just enable this Wi-Fi over ADB. So now you can see here on your computer run ADB connect. So if you want to connect this device, you can see here currently it's not connected. So let's find out the IP address of this device. So you can simply put ADB devices in your machine, and you can see here it's we can see here the IP address and the port number. So just copy this and just type the command ADB connect and put the IP over here and just hit enter. It's connected now. If I will type here now ADB devices, you can find out the device is attached. If you want to know more information about the device, you can simply type ADB devices -L and you can find out the more information about the device. Yeah, if anybody has doubt, like you can even put in the chat box and I will see. Okay, so this is how you can connect. Let me tell you some more, like, so as you can see here, we have used ADB. So what is ADB? So basically ADB is Android Debug Bridge. It's a command line tool to communicate with device. You can perform various tasks using ADB, like you can see the device information, you can connect, disconnect the device, you can install the APK, you can push some file, or I can say you can transfer the file between your system to the device. You can also pull some files, like you can extract some files from your device. You can also find out the package list, package path, where is the, like, let me tell you. So if you put a DB shell, you will simply move into the device. You can see here, as I got the shell, I can look all the files, everything in the device. Let's see the packages. So you can see the command ADB shell PS is package manager list packages. So ADB shell PM list packages. So you can see the list of packages. If you want to find out any specific APK package name, then you can use the grep match also. Like if I want to find out for this Wi-Fi ADB, so I can simply put a pipeline here with the command grep, and I can grab that Wi-Fi. Let's put the keyword, and you can find out the package name, that is com.ttxapps.wifi adb. So sometimes package name is helpful, like maybe it is required in some of your commands or some of your vulnerabilities. So yeah, you can also push some files, or you can pull the files by typing the command adb push or adb pull with the file name or with the file location. Like now you can put the file location, whatever file you want to push in your device. Or one more thing comes, like you can simply drag and drop, so that file will also be, you can say file is successfully copied to /hd card /download. So yeah. So now let's move to the next part, setting up the proxy. Like consider if you want to capture the traffic, like maybe you are doing a pen testing of any app, like maybe on secure shop or maybe any APK. So whenever you want to intercept the traffic, you can configure your device with the Bubsuite proxy. Okay, then you can configure the mobile device, like setting up the manual proxy and installing CS certificate. Why we install CS certificate is, whenever you configure the proxy, like the Bubsuite with the mobile device, what will happen is it will throw an error that your traffic is not going to a legitimate source. So maybe your app or the browser or maybe the website won't work. So when you install the CS certificate, it means you are authorizing your device that this is my trusted source. I want that my traffic will transfer to this source, and for that I have no issue. So like that, you are installing a CS certificate in your Android device, and then your traffic will transfer with no issue. So let me start the Bubsuite. Bubsuite is a tool which comes pre-installed with the Kali Linux, or you can simply download from the Portsuite website. The community version is free. It comes up with the different tools. Like you can see, these are the tools. I can say this is a set of tools. Okay, so different tools. I won't teach you the Bubsuite. Okay, but let's go. One more thing, why like what actually we are doing by configuring the proxy is, like consider if I open the browser, if I will type google.com. One second, let me first configure the proxy. Okay, so what will happen? Directly the get request, like consider you are trying to fetch this google.com, so one get request will go, right? So directly that get request will go from your device to the server, right? Directly, and the response will come from the server to device. But what we are doing is, we are configuring the proxy, that is the Bubsuite, in such a way that all the requests will go through the proxy, like first from the device to the proxy, then from proxy to server. In the same way, we can intercept the response also. So whatever response will come, first it will come in the Bub Suite, then it will go to your browser, or I can say the device, right? So it's a kind of MITM attack. Let me tell you how to configure. So first you need to go to your Wi-Fi. Just hold over this Wi-Fi SSID and just click on the modify network. Now here, when you will see in your device, it will be set to none, like proxy to none. You need to manually click here proxy to manual. You have to put your device IP here. How you can find out this IP is, either you can simply go to Bub Suite options tab. You can click on the edit button. When you press over this list, it will show you here the IP, like you can see 192.168.57.1, or simply you can type in your device that if config. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, so you can see here this is a WLAN 0. One second. Yeah, so you can find out the IP here. Simply just paste this IP here, that is 192.168.155.215, and put any port number. You can put 8080 or 8081, anything which you want. Then put the same port here, like you can see here 8080 with the specific IP address. You can see here 192.166.155.215, and just click on the OK button. Now your device and the Bub Suite is properly connected. If you want to check, just go to browser and type here 127.0.0.1:8080 and hit enter. Okay, or just type http://bub. You can see here this page, Bub Suite Professional. By let me move it here. Yeah, so you can see here the CS certificate button. You can simply click on this button and you can download the CS certificate. Although due to some issue, I was not able to download in my device. So what I will do is, first I will download in my browser. So let me download. So just download the CS certificate from here. 1 second. Yeah, so you can see here the certificate is downloaded. Just change the certificate name extension to DER to CERT. Just transfer your file from your system to the device. You can see it's done. Just go to the setting. Just type here certificate. You can see install certificate from SD card. So just click over this button and just install from SD card. Just click over this button and just refer that file. You can see okay, you can change to .cer, not CERT, and just click over this file and give any name. You can give port swagger and just click on the OK button. Done. Then your certificate will be installed. You will not receive any SSL error after this. So now consider your Bub Suite and your device is properly connected. Now we are ready to intercept the traffic. So let me show you. If I will turn on the intercept, if I will try here, like let's open bing.com, and if I will hit enter, it won't open till though I won't forward the request. Like here you can see, as I have intercepted the request, let me forward it. You can see here, this is the get request. You can see here the host is bing.com and it's a get request. So till though I won't forward this request, the bing.com will not open because till now we didn't forward this request to the server. Now consider, if I will forward this request, I won't see the response. But consider, if you want to see the response of any request, you can simply click on do intercept response to this request, and you can forward this request. You will able to see the response also. Like you can see here, response from http://bing.com. Actually, it is redirected to HTTPS. I guess you can see 302 301 move permanently. So it's redirected. Let's see. You can see here now it's making. Okay, let's forward this also. Okay, so you can see here we are able to open the bing.com. Okay, let's move to the next part. So there is one framework which comes in this Genymotion pre-installed, or you can simply download this exposed installer from the internet. Um, so this will help you in bypassing different security checks. Like maybe some application will be having root detection or might be SSL detection, right? That you are intercepting the traffic, so you won't be able to intercept the traffic. So you can bypass those things using this exposed installer. You can simply go to the download, and here many modules will be available. So for root detection bypass, you can use root clock. Like you can see here the root clock, which you can install in your device. Then you are ready to bypass the root detection. In the same way, you can see a SSL unpinning. So you can see certificate pinning bypass. So many application will be having these checks also. So you can bypass this check, and then you can intercept the traffic also. So you just have to install. After installing, just give the all the permissions that you have to give from here only. Just go to your module section, and you can see here I have already ticked, like you can see here it is enabled. So exposed module list was updated, and it will be effective after the restart. So if you want to bypass the root detection for any application, you just have to open this APK, that is root clock. You just click on add or remove app. So I want to add some app. Now just find out the package name for your APK file, and you know how to find out the package name, right? So find out the package name, and you can simply click over that package name for which you want to bypass the root detection. Like consider I want to bypass for this insecure bank. So you can see here, where is the insecure bank? Let's find out. So you can see here IN bank, right? So just click over that one, and you can say, are you sure you want to remove this app? So I have already added this app. So you can simply, okay, sorry, my mistake. You have to click here add button, over this add button. Then you will see the list. From here you can add. So let's find out the insecure bank. You can see here insecure shop, insecure bank v2. You just have to click over this package name. Let me click here, and you can see it's added now. It's added here. Okay. So after that, just restart your device, and you will see that you have bypassed the root detection. In the same way, you can bypass the SSL error also. Like you just have to unpin the application. Like if I will simply click over this APK, it will be unpinned, and you will receive a notification also. You can see bypassed applied to insecure shop, and you can see the flag that is unpinned. So now it is unpinned, so you won't receive any SSL error now, and you are ready to intercept the traffic also. So this is one way. Okay, some application are like, for some application we cannot bypass using this. So some other things also to bypass for that, like you can bypass using Frida. There are many scripts available over the internet, and you can simply use those scripts using Frida, and you can bypass the SSL pinning. Like basically what this application is doing, there are some flags which are present in the Android application, like in the source code, that that might restrict you to restrict the traffic. So basically this will simply change the flags, and it will bypass the SSL pinning. let's move to the next part. So as you know, exposed framework modules, right? Exposed is a framework for module that can change the behavior of the system and app without touching any APKs. So basically, you can change many behaviors. Like consider even if you root your own device, so might be it's possible that your device is an old device and you don't have different functions, like maybe double tap of three finger screenshots, right? That may be not available in your old device, but those you can add using this exposed installer. Like you just have to find out the module, right? Like three fingerprints, three like gestures, right? So you can install those gestures from here also. Like there are many things available. Like consider you are not able to download any photos from the Instagram, so you can add those functionalities using this framework, that is exposed installer. Okay, let me introduce how you can do the static analysis of mobile applications using MobSF. This is a mobile security framework, which is a open source and freely available. You can download from the GitHub. Mobile security framework is an automated all-in-one mobile application tool for Android, iOS, and Windows pen testing, malware analysis, and security assessment framework capable of performing static and dynamic analysis. So I'm going to show you two ways. First, let's do manually first. Okay, so I'm going to open the terminal here because my Android application is here. Let's okay, so I'm going to extract this APK, or we can say I'm going to find out the source code of this APK using APK tool. So you can simply give APK tool and then just give D, that is for I can say decrypt or maybe decompile, and just give the name of the Android application, that is insecure. Yeah, and just hit enter. You can see here it is decoded in this folder. Let's wait. Done. Let's go to the folder and you can find out here the Android manifest file also. Let's open this file. Now let's talk about the first bug. Okay, so if you will search allow backup, let's find out whether the backup is allowed or not. So I will type allowed backup and let's mark all where it is reflecting. Okay, I maybe this row allow backup. Okay, so you can see here it is reflecting here. So you can see here as Android allow backup equals to true. So this is also a kind of bug. Anyone can take a full backup of your APK using ADB. So this is also a bug which is reported. You can report it if you ever find out this bug. Let me tell you a sample report. Allow backup. Let me show you. So as you can see here, some reports, ADB backup is enabled within Android manifest file. So, so this is the bug. Like although it's marked as duplicate, maybe somebody else reported before. So you can see a ADB backup is enabled for this app. ADB backup feature is a good tool for backupping all your files. It is enabled. Malicious user who have the phone can copy all the sensitive data from this app in your phone, right? So requirement is just in the developer modes, uh, debugging should be enabled, and simply one can make a backup of full APK. So this flag should be marked as false. Okay, so you just see in different applications, if anywhere you find out that it's true, you can report it. There are many ways to do a backup. Like if you want to do a full proof, like you want to show them, like here you can see here received $500 for this bug. Possible to steal arbitrary files from mobile device using this flag. Like this flag is enabled, right? So you can see here this is the summary, like he has pasted the code also, that this Android where it is. Okay, maybe this is a different report of different bug. Uh, okay, I will tell you this also. So the next bug is, this is one bug which you can report. The next bug is exported equals to true. So if this flag is true, you can use, like, there are some activities in which this flag was true. So if this flag was true, you maybe because of this flag, that activity can interact with other applications, and that other application can extract the data from that particular APK. Okay, so let's search that Android exported equals to true. So you can see here it is true in this particular activity. So we can use this activity in order to do some other bugs, like maybe a web view, right? Maybe we can extract the files from the device. So this flag should be false. So you can see here somewhere it is false, somewhere it is true. So it should be false everywhere, except for some activities. Like in some activity it is required, like consider when you consider Instagram. If you take Instagram example, you can upload the photos, right? The story feed and all. So there it will be true, but not for the other activities. Like you can see this is about us activity, and I don't guess there isn't any need of this flag is true in the about us activity. Okay, so this is the one way. Now you can even find out the sensitive information in the source code. Like you can go to res files, you can go to values and string.xml. So many times many sensitive data are present inside this file. So let's search for some API key, if any API key is available. So let's go down. Okay, no key is available, but you can do the same thing in different Android APK files, and might be you may find out some good APK, good API keys, which you can exploit further. Okay, now you can see here this is the manual thing. Now consider you want to do an automated thing which will do all tasks for you. So that time you can use the mobsf. Let me run the mobsf. So okay, so as I have already installed the mobsf in my device, you can simply install from the GitHub, that is mobsf GitHub. Just go to this repository and all the installation instruction will be given. So let's see. Okay, no issue. Although what you have to do is just clone this repo and just run this .sh file by using a /run.sh, and automatically this mobsf will be installed in your device. After that, you can run this file, that is main.py. Let me show you using Python, and your mobsf will work. So let me run Python 3 main.py. Sorry. Okay, that is for the other tool which I'm going to show you after this tool. So for installation of this tool, you can run setup.sh, and to run this tool, you have to run the run.sh file. Okay, so let me run.sh. Okay, I am getting an error because over the same port, one more tool is running in my system. So let me first stop that. So done. Let me open the mobsf now, that is 127.0.0.1 colon. It is running on the port 8000. So let's put 8000. Done. So now you can see MobSF is running. Now consider if you want to scan any Android application, you just have to simply drag here that application. So let me drag and drop. Let's wait till it analyze. Okay, till it analyze, let me show you some more analysis. Okay, so for that, let me tell you what you have to do is, there is one more bug in the Android application, that is clear text traffic transmission. Like when we open some application, the traffic transmit in the clear text. So those you can identify using the logcat. There is one more tool, that is logcat. Okay, which will analyze the whole traffic of the device, like different applications traffic will be going on. So using this you can analyze. So, and there is one more tool I will tell you better than this one. Okay, so let me first put the logcat and let hit enter. That is adb logcat. Okay, done. Let me open the insecure shop. Now let me put the email address, that is HemantSolo@gmail.com, and let me put the password as HemantSolo, and let me click on the login button. So you can see here, as it is disclosed in the logcat. You can see here the username is HemantSolo and the password is HemantSolo. So this is also a kind of bug which is acceptable on all the programs. You can report anywhere. This is the methods to find. You just have to run the logcat. Now you can see here, as I already know that it is disclosed here, but might be you can see here the lots of traffic is going on, and it's very hard to find out where my keyword is disclosed. So at that time you can use the graph match also. What you have to do is put the, like here you can see I have entered the HemantSolo. So let me find out this keyword. If it is reflecting anywhere, I will get it. Let me enter. Now let me click on the login button. Okay, I forgot to put, that is the grab command, and let's click on the login button. You can see here I was able to see, right? It is reflecting. If you try the same thing over different application, if the application is protected, I am 100% sure you won't see even the username nor the password. You won't see any data in the clear text. Okay, so this is also a bug. Now you can see here our result is ready. You can see some app source, or you can see the APK information, that is the file name, the size, MD5 hash, SHA-1 and SHA-256. Other than, you can see the app name, you can see the package name, you can see the main activity, like this is the main activity of this application, right? The Android version name, that is 1.0, Android version code. Let's move to the static analysis. So let's go to permissions. So here you can find out what permissions are allowed. If you find out any permissions which should not be permitted, you can report it. But although sometimes this is false positive, like consider, you can see a read external storage. It is showing you as a dangerous, but might be sometimes this is a functionality of that APK file where you need to, like if you scan the Instagram APK, might be it will also show you as an dangerous. So that you need to check manually. Okay, let's go to the manifest analysis. So as I told you that we have analyzed the manifest file manually, I told you, but you can see here this is an automated analysis. You can see clear text traffic is enabled for the app, right? So as I showed you the practical, that here we are getting. So even before testing this, you can simply give the APK file to MobSF, and this will automatically tell you if the Android user clear text traffic flag will be true. So what you have to suggest to the owner, or I can say to the organization, that this flag should be false. So let me show you. You can see the flag is reflecting here with the flag true, right? So it should be false, so that nobody can intercept the traffic in the clear text. So you can see the issue. You can see the other issue, debug enabled for the APK. You can see debug mode is also enabled. We can report this also. You can see application data backup is enabled, right? It is set to true. So it should be false. So you can find out the issue here. Now, one more thing I want to tell, maybe you all may have doubt that how will I make the report of this? How will I make the report of this? What are the more exploit of this? How, like, see, Android data can be backup. So you can simply search over the internet this same title, and you can find out even the commands also, that how to do a backup. Okay, that you can show to the organization also. Although organization will not ask if they already aware about this vulnerability. If they are not aware about this vulnerability, then you can describe more. Okay, you just have to simply search this over the internet, like let me search you this. Okay, and if you want to see the reports, you can simply put the HackerOne keyword at the last, and you will get the HackerOne reports also. Like you can see it able to intercept app traffic after choosing login credential transmitted in clear text, right? So these are some sample reports which you can refer while making your report. So you can see here, these are the reports. Although maybe this is of the web, but you can find out of Android also. Clear text traffic is enabled Android, and let's put the, yeah, so might be this is of the Android. Okay, this is also of the web, so leave it, but you can make the report. Okay, you can learn more about it. Let's go down and find out if any activity is vulnerable. You can see here, activity is not protected. It is set to exported equals to true. So this is also a bug. You can exploit this. One more thing, I am not aware about the content provider service and the broadcast receiver bugs. Whatever I will know, I will teach. Okay, because I am also a beginner in Android pen testing. Okay, let's go to the code analysis. Here you can find out if there is any sensitive data exposed in any of the file. Okay, so that is analyzed by the MobSF. You can see the issue. The app logs information, sensitive information should never be logged. And you can see here the severity is an informational, so leave it. You can see it's a high bug. App can read and write to external storage. These are some false positive also. You have to check manually. Like you can say file may contain hard-coded sensitive information like username, password, keys, etc. And these are the file path. You can open this file here itself. Let me click on open new tab, and you can see it is highlighted in the yellow color. So you can see no sensitive data. Like this, you can manually analysis whether any data is disclosed or not, like that. Okay, so this is one way. Next is binary analysis. Okay, leave this one. I am not aware about this. Let's go to the reconnaissance. So this is also a very nice thing, like it will do a reconnaissance for you. You can find out the URLs, what are the URLs which are exposed inside the source code, maybe some sensitive URLs or maybe some other URLs. You can find out where some data is exposed. So you can hear these are the URLs which are exposed, and here are the file name. Like when you are going to report, what you will tell, like URL is exposed or some data is exposed, but where? So here it is, right? So these are the file names which you can mention. Let's go to Firebase database. Although here no database URL was there, but in some APK you will find out here. Emails also you will see, like consider if source code contain any emails, then you will see the full list of the emails which are disclosed here itself. Then if you will go to strings, these are some strings, like it used to show you the some keywords, like here it is identify. Just directly go to the hard-coded secrets. It will show you that what are the hard-coded secrets which are leaked. So you can see here AWS identity pool ID is disclosed, right? So maybe this is a sensitive thing, right? So many times if any API key is leaked in any file, that will be visible here. Now, although consider you find out that here one API key is leaked, maybe a Google API ID is leaked here, right? Okay. So in the source code. Now consider how you can exploit that case. So you can simply go to key hacks repository in the GitHub, key hacks GitHub, and here you can find out how to exploit those API keys. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so consider you got the Bing Maps API key. You have it is disclosed in the source code. So you can simply click here. You can validate the validity of that particular API key, whether it is a working or not working. So you can simply just copy this full command. You can paste here your API key, and you can just hit in your terminal or wait, here it is. Okay, visit the link. So you just have to visit the link. If the API key will be invalid, then you will get some error, like you can see here, invalid credentials. So whenever this API key is the valid API key, then maybe you will receive some legit response, which you can use it. Okay, so like that. Or consider if the API key which you have found is not available in this repository. So you can simply search on the internet, like consider Firebase API key documentation. So you can find out the documentation, like you can see learn about using and managing API key for Firebase. So like this, all the organization used to make the documentation that how you can use our API key. So in that way you can use. You can also check over that same website that what are the cost of that particular API key, like the usage cost, right? So you can mention in the impact that if I will exploit your API key, I will use your API key, so you may have to pay the charges, right? So that's the way. Let's go to the next, that is components. So in this you can find out all the activities which are present in the APK. So you can see these are the list of activities. So you can find out the activity names, you can find out the services name, you can find out the receivers, providers, right? The libraries and the files, all the files. So these are some more reports. You can also generate a PDF report by clicking on this button, and the MobSF will generate a PDF report for you directly. Now let's move to the next tool which I want to show you. It's a very nice tool and it will help you for the pen testing. So it is Android Analyzer, which is, I guess, by Not So Secure, Not So Secure organization. Not So Secure Android Analyzer. Just search and you will find this repo of the GitHub repo. You just open this repository and install the tool in your system. After installing, like maybe to install this, you just have to run this file, that is setup.sh, and to run this application you have to type python3 main.py, and you are, like you can see here, using setup.sh you can install, and using python3 main.py you can run this application. Let me run this application. Okay, I have set the wrong path. Let me change it. Okay, done. So this is the tool. Okay, here, although the device is already selected, but consider if multiple devices are connected to your system, you can select from here the list of, like, only one device is there for me, that's why it's showing here, but you can select the device. You can see here this is a logcat already running below, you can see. Okay, after that you can see the select the application. So you can select the application also, although this application is already open in me, so it is by default selected the injured Android application, right? You can take the snapshots. Let me show you why I have found this tool as a helpful. First thing is you can see the logcat here itself. The second is there are some files in which you can find out the sensitive data. Like consider after putting here the user ID and password, all the details of my Android application, you can see the files, like in the shared preference file, many times sensitive data is exposed. So either you can check manually. How you can check manually? You just have to do go into the ADB shell. You go into the file, that is data and the package name. So this package name was com.insecureshop.com. Now if you will do an ls, you can find out here the cache, code cache. Maybe if some other file will be present, like consider here shared preference file, many, even you will find out a database folder also. So you can manually go to those database folder. You can use a cat command to see those file content. Let me go to the cache file. Let's see here. Okay, nothing was there. Let's okay, let's go to this one, that is com dot okay b3nsc. So let's go to this cd b3. Okay, so here you can see the shared preference. So just go to this folder and you can see this file. Let's see this mdm.xml. Okay, this is the full file name. So let's see this. Okay, so you can see the content of this file. So you have to observe this manually, like many times sensitive data will be exposed in these files also. So rather than like going to this, you can simply directly check by this, like it's a GUI thing. So you can simply see here the content, you just have to click. So very speed manner, you can check all the files. Okay, like this. So it won't take much time. So that's why I found this as an useful. Now consider, as I told you, that there is a script to bypass SSL pinning using frida. So here you can do using one click. You just have to click this button, frida ssl unpin, and this will automatically run the frida with the SSL unpinning script, and it will do a task for you. If you want to decompile the APK, you can simply click on APK tool and this will run for you. You can run the MobSF also and JDX GUI also. Let me open this JDGUI. Let's wait. It's working or not? Okay, it's working. So you can see this is a Java decompiler. Now here you can find out the full source code of the application. Like you can see the activity, the classes, right? Everything you can see. Maybe you can use the search filter also. Like you can see search. Like if you want to search any string, any package, anything, right? So you can search here and you can find out where it is reflecting in the source code. So this is also a nice, this is a GUI thing, like maybe you don't have to go to manually extract and all this thing. Simply this tool will do for you. So that's why I found helpful this. Now consider you can do some more tasks, like consider I have did something with this application and I want to reinstall this application. So you can simply click on this reinstall button. Automatically this tool will uninstall that application and reinstall that application for you. So these are some tasks which you can do. Okay, one more thing, whenever you install any application and you found that that application has an root detection, right, that it gives an error that your device is rooted, so that you can bypass using this root block. But consider some applications are there which does not have the root check. So if it does not have the root check, you can report that also, that there is no root detection in your application. So like that you can even report that also. And if it is any banking application or a payment type of application, then you can report it and they will reward you for that for sure, because it is a very sensitive thing, I can say, or a dangerous thing for a banking application to run in a rooted device without any error or that. Okay, same you can do for SSL unpinning also. If you are able to do bypass successfully, I think that no need to report it. Okay, so okay, one more thing, like this is the some static analysis part. Now consider if you want to do a dynamic analysis, so that is a web thing. Like when I open this application, I can do dynamic analysis using this Bob suite, right? That will go in the web part, right? Like when we do the web application pen testing, same way we can do here also. We can intercept the traffic, because in the web application and the mobile application, maybe both use the same APIs. So dynamic analysis can be done by Bob suite. That is a very long topic, so I can't cover for now. But I hope you have you have got that how to configure this mobile XR. One second. Okay, how to configure the mobile XR in the Android device, how to configure the Genymotion in the Bob Suite and the mobile XR, right? So this is the full setup for the Android pen testing. You can see here the mobile XR contain various tools. If you go to the menu, you can find out here various tools like Android Studio, Bob Suite, right? Bytecode viewer, right? A browser. Even I was not able to run a browser in my system. I faced many issue. Like after many issue, I was able to run. But if you download the mobile XR, you can find out all the tools like Frida browser. These are also very nice tools for automated testing. Like browser can be used, Frida can be used. Although it's Frida is also very big topic, so can't take now. But you can learn from the internet, right? So anyone has any doubt? I will answer. If anyone wants to ask anything, you can ask.
Yes, Hemant, we have collected some doubts, and we'll be taking them up at the end of the session. So
Okay. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, I'm done with my session. Like dynamic analysis can't take now.
Good, good.
Yeah, fine.
yeah, so thank you, Hemant, for such an enriching session. I think it's great that you covered mobile pen testing in today's session because we see a lot of web app pen testing videos and tutorials everywhere. But when it comes to mobile pen testing, which is not as popular as web pen testing, it's difficult and intimidating for beginners to even start off with it. But yeah, but you provided a very clear way of approaching this and gave us a very good overview of what kind of bugs to look for. So that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed the session. We have circulated a feedback form in the chat, so I encourage everyone to fill that in. Now, since we're short on time, we won't be able to cover all the doubts, but here are some top few. So first of all, how do we check if an app has SSL pinning enabled or not?
Basically, when you open the app and like you know that your Bub Suite is already configured with the device, so you will find out that you are not able to intercept the traffic. Even you turn on the intercept, you won't able to. And when you check the alert tabs in your Bub Suite, you will find out that you are getting some errors of SSL. Okay, so in that way you can check, or you can simply see that you won't able to intercept the traffic. That's the thing.
Yeah. And would you say that as a bug hunter, one has more success looking for bugs in Android apps rather than in web apps?
What?
As a bug hunter, would you say that one has more success looking for bugs in Android apps rather than in web apps, given the
Yeah, because
competition?
very less researchers are there who do who pen test the Android application. So yeah, I can say.
Yeah, indeed. And can you share any resources from where we can learn Android pen testing?
Like I don't have a specific resource, but I used to learn from different websites. Like there are various blogs. As I've taught you some bugs, like those are also I've learned from different blogs. HackerOne activity reports. So you can simply even search for the HackerOne reports and you can learn. As you already have learned that how to set up the full environment, now it's very easy for you to run those commands which may be provided in the HackerOne reports. So you can find out those report, and maybe that report won't contain the logic. So logic you can learn from the internet. Like consider if that person has showed you that web link, web view bug. So you can simply search on the internet what is a web view in Android. Maybe you can get different blogs and you can learn from that blogs. So, yeah.
And last question for today. For those who do not have a MacBook, is there any emulator to help them with iOS pen testing?
No, actually, there is no emulator. That's why even I bought the iOS device. But yeah, I have made one mistake. Like I bought the iOS device, but even I made one mistake. So let me clarify you. If you want to do iOS pen testing, so make sure that you buy an old device which will be containing the iOS version, like iOS version 11 or 12, because till now you can jailbreak only iOS 12, like till iOS 12. You won't be able to jailbreak iOS 13 and 14. Like till now didn't came in the market, the jailbreak of the iOS 13, 14, 15. So yeah, or maybe you have to wait for that. So you need to buy a physical device only. Even I bought a device for the iOS pen testing. Now I'm waiting for the jailbreak of iOS 14. So yeah.
Okay, and do we necessarily need a MacBook for iOS pen testing or not?
No need. You can do using Linux operating system. There is no need of a MacBook. And one more thing, like whatever, like consider if you want to do even Android pen testing, iOS pen testing, web pen testing, API pen testing, even MacBook is also fine. Like you can install all these tools in the MacBook also. There are many alternatives. Even if you are using Windows, you can run all the Linux tool in Windows also. You can install Git and everything in your Windows, like Python, everything. So many alternatives are there. Even if you use Linux operating system, even I will prefer that everybody should, like if you are a security guy, then you should use Linux in your daily life. I don't have the Windows operating system. I use Linux only in my daily life, so it will be helpful for you. And if you want to run any Windows tool in your Linux machine, then there are alternative, like you can use Wine to run any Windows tool in your Linux operating system. Even if it's a game, if it's any APK of Windows, all you can run in your Linux operating system.
Okay, understood. Well, that brings us to an end of the January meetup session. Thank you, Hemant, for sharing such amazing insights about Android pen testing. Your ideas have certainly elevated our fascination towards cybersecurity, and we all learned something new today.
Yeah, one more thing I want to tell, like maybe you won't find a lot of practicals, but as I thought to show you only static parts, not the dynamic analysis. But because for dynamic analysis, I didn't got the much time to find out. Like consider, like due to security reasons, I can't take the live Android APKs of any organization, right? So that's why I can't go for that. So maybe I have to find some dummy applications in which I can show you, but I can't show in the live websites. Like bugs are there in different Android APKs, but I can't take in the session. So that's why I took the static analysis. So that's it. Yeah.
Yes, that's very understandable. Yeah, that's it for today. And I would now like to call on Shyam Babu for the closing ceremony. Shyam.
Yes, Ishan. Now we come to the end of this lively gathering. It's a great honor to propose the vote of thanks to all who have helped us in making this monthly event a very resounding success. My sincere thanks to Department Head Dr. Annapurni ma'am for effectuating this OAS student chapter and inaugurating this monthly event with full of positive thoughts. I would like to thank our faculty in charge, Dr. C.N.S. Vinod Kumar sir, for his astute guidance and support. I extend my very hearty vote of thanks to the keynote speaker, Mr. Hemant Pandita, who spared time from his busy schedule to grace the occasion, and for his enlightening presentation on Android penetration testing. We appreciate having this mysterious area clarified. Thank you for your deep and intellectual way of impacting. It has added glory to this session. Finally, I thank all the faculty members for the constant support and the students of SRM for their significant presence in the meeting. Once again, I thank you all for your cordial cooperation. Thank you.